I'm making this shelf from 3/4 inch particle board, which is a great option if you're trying to save money, but plywood and solid wood are also good options. I'm starting off by cutting the full sheet into 12-inch strips because every part is only going to be 12 inches wide. I then move on to cutting out the side pieces, each at 47¼ inches long, because the whole shelf is going to be 48 inches, and the top shelf's going to sit on top of the sides for extra strength. Then I cut the top piece at 60 inches, that's going to be the full width. Next I cut out 2 shelves. These are going to be 58½ inches, because these are sitting in between the sides, and that 1½ inch difference from the sides will give us the full 60 inches. I then need to cut out 6 vertical support pieces, all at 15¼ inches. Now if you want to add shelves or more spacers, obviously all of these measurements could change. Now the best part about this shelf is you can assemble it any way you want. The biscuit joiner is a great option for just aligning and gluing the pieces. Obviously you can just screw it together. Dowels are a good choice, they add a lot of strength. I'm going to use the domino because this is YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. Because I have it and it works well. I'm using it primarily for alignment here, but it does add strength like dowels do. So it's kind of the best of both worlds in between a biscuit joiner and dowel joiner. What I like about the domino joiner is it's just more accurate than my biscuit joiner. So you could totally use a biscuit joiner and basically do the exact same thing I'm doing here, but I just find this easier. Now for building, I'm building from the bottom up, basically. I'm actually building the first shelf here upside down, just putting in the 2 legs. But once I get those glued in place, I flip the whole thing over and then I continue building all the way up. Once I have my 2 shelves assembled with the spacers, I add the sides, just to give it extra strength before finishing off the spacers on top. I was worried about it tipping over. But with the sides on, I can add those last 2 spacers. Just like before, nothing too special here, but the nice thing about using a biscuit joiner or domino joiner, and same thing with dowels, is the whole thing kind of fits together like Legos. But the downside, you have this monstrosity of clamps holding it together, so that's what's great about screws. But once it dried, I sanded down all the glue joints first with a 1/4 sheet sander because I could really get in all the corners, but then I moved over to finish sanding with my random orbital sander. Once I was done with that, I was ready to stain the whole thing. So I just stained the whole thing black just because I wanted to cover up that particle board appearance, but you could always embrace that and go with something more semi-transparent.